Hi everybody, this is Will Bowen with today's Jumpstart. I just finished reading the book Steve Jobs, and it's a wonderful book. It's a huge book. It's like 635 pages, and I really enjoyed it. One of the things that they talked about in the book was when the iPod became very, very popular, which of course later became the iPhone. Well, they still make iPods as well, but everything came from the iPod. There was a huge marketing campaign and sort of a thing because for the first time you could have thousands of songs in your pocket, and it became very telling as to what types of songs you carried with you. So I want to share with you my playlist today. I'm going to share with you, I don't know if I'll get through the whole thing. Might just zip through it. But these are the songs that I put on. I talked earlier about songs that make me dance, that make me feel good. You need a playlist. You need a get psyched mix. You need something to play. When I get off planes in the airport, this is what I listen to, because I'm always finding that people are moving too fast or too slow for my taste. It's a lot of irritated people, a lot of challenges, a lot of problems, and I want stuff that makes me feel good. So here we go. Number one, Here Comes the Sun, live by Richie Havens. Now, this is the George Harrison wonderful song, probably one of the greatest songs of optimism and hope, Here Comes the Sun. But this one by Richie Havens is really awesome. Then the song All Star by Smash Mouth. Let's Work Together by Canned Heat. Center Field by John Fogerty. How can you not feel jazzed when you hear Center Field by John Fogerty? The Future's So Bright, I've Got to Wear Shades. Again, do you sense a theme here? That's by Timbuk 3. I'm a Believer by Smash Mouth. Of course, I'm a Believer by the Monkees, redone by Smash Mouth. Roar by Katy Perry. Interesting thing about this song and me, I went to Michigan to record my book, Happy This Year, as an audiobook. And I was super excited to record my audiobook. And I got there, and the day I got there, I got sick as a dog. It was in the middle of winter, and I was so sick. And I showed up to record, and they said, "We won't record you. You know, this is our property, basically. What we're buying is your performance. We can't have this." So I sat in my hotel room for can you tell I'm from the South? I sat in my hotel room for 3 days, and I did. Sick, very, very sick. And I'd listened to this song, Roar by Katy Perry. I couldn't speak. I was so sick, and I kept going, "You're going to hear me roar." Here's the funny thing about that song. And I'm going to leave it here, and I'll pick it up tomorrow with more songs for you. But this story is important. The interesting thing here here I was listening to Roar, which is a song about using your voice, and I literally had no voice. After 3 days of waiting, now normally it takes 3 days to record an audiobook, but there was only time in the studio for 2 days, I think, after I got sick, or a day and a half. Anyway, I got in after having been so sick, recorded that book in half the time of this book here, Happy This Year, recorded it as an audiobook, and I was a finalist for Best Audiobook narrated by an author that year for an audio award. It's amazing. And here I was listening to Roar over and over again. You're going to hear me roar. So, you know what? We'll leave it at that. Roar today. We'll talk more about music tomorrow. Enjoy today. Bye-bye.